Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites. This is going to be my spoiler review for Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, of course there will be spoilers, but I'm putting them to the back end of my review. I'll let you know when they're coming. So, the next film for the Marvel Cinematic Universe rolling on with Spider-Man Homecoming. He's finally back in the MCU. He did amazing in Civil War, and this is his first standalone movie. And Tom Holland just absolutely owns the role of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Don't care what you think. He's the best Spider-Man I've seen so far. He's absolutely incredible. He makes that character work so well with the goofy awkwardness, but the confidence when he's got the suit on. Everything about it is just absolute perfection as far as the character is concerned. Fight me, it's awesome, trust me. So as we know, obviously after the events of Civil War, you're carrying on with the character of Spider-Man, and Tony Stark kind of being his surrogate father, kind of helping him out and everything, but not really letting him off his chain really. And it's all about him kind of getting to grips with the world of potentially being an Avenger, but also having to still do a school life and a regular life and all that kind of stuff. And it's the classic kind of Spider-Man story that we want to see. We want to see this regular person that's like us, struggling by having to be a superhero, but also having to carry on with normal life. And they just do it so beautifully in this film. As you would expect, it's hilarious. There's so much good humour in this film. They work it so well, even down to the point where things that you would think of as like, well, at some point there's bound to be a point where there's no buildings he can swing off or something like that, or he has to get a transport to get somewhere. And they use that so well through this film that it's like all these little problems that Spider-Man will be having when he's getting used to his powers and getting used to the city and everything that he'd be doing. All that kind of stuff is absolutely used in this film, and it's done brilliantly. Chemistry between Peter Parker and his little fat friend Ned, brilliant. As you know, obviously Ned knows that he's Spider-Man. You see it in the trailers as well, so he finds out he's Spider-Man, and I actually quite like that fact that he finds out, because a nice little bit of extra content in this film that I love. The fact that Ned wants to tell everybody, but he can't, but he's really excited because it's his best friend that's a superhero, and he wants to ask him everything and find out about everything. He wants to know everything. He wants to be his little right-hand man, little computer buddy, and it's just absolutely adorable. It's an amazing little piece that they put in this movie. Michael Keaton as the Vulture, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I knew it would be a good pick anyway, because he's a fantastic actor, and it just worked brilliantly. The way they worked his character into this universe and his motivations all work absolutely brilliantly. It shows that he's not actually a really bad guy, but he's not a good guy either. He's literally just picking what he can out of this world, and he's doing what he can to survive, and it's really compelling, and I really enjoyed it. RDJ, Tony Stark, as we know, he's awesome. I don't need to go on about how awesome he is. He knows that role inside out now, and I like the fact that he's in this film, but not too much, because I was worried that it would overshadow Spider-Man, but he's in it quite minimally. I think he's only in about 3, maybe 4 scenes, and they're not massive scenes. Happy is in it a lot more. He's a much more focal point in this movie. He's kind of like the middleman between Stark and Peter, which is great. I really quite like that. The action pieces, brilliant. They've got at least 3 or 4 in there, but they've also got some really good character building moments as well, with Aunt May and Peter Parker, and really nice character building moments with Stark and Peter as well. They even have a reasonably decent moment with Happy and Peter as well at some point in the film. And again, the good characters with Ned. He has a love interest called Liz, and that is really built brilliantly. The characterization of Vulture and Spider-Man and Peter Parker and that whole storyline, just the way they kind of intercept each other and how they become more important in each other's roles through the film is really brilliantly done. And a nice little shocker that they put a twist in the middle of it, which I will get to in spoilers, was really good. Right, we're going into spoiler territory now, so if you haven't watched the movie, make sure you go and check it out first before checking out my spoiler stuff. It's spoilers now, you have been warned. The intro, brilliant. They set up the Vulture really well. The fact that he's kind of been a building guy, he's trying to sort out stuff after the battle in New York, and then he gets taken over by these people that are kind of under Stark, and they're trying to sort everything out. He gets kicked to the curb, and then he's literally just trying to do what he can and become a weapons dealer under the radar kind of thing. And his motivations are good. He's trying to like help his family, and he's not, he's not a murderer, not on purpose anyway. And yeah, that whole intro bit worked really well to set up that character. And even when you had the Marvel logo coming up, you've got the Spider-Man theme tune going over the top, was absolutely brilliant. What a great little touch to bring him back into this universe. A great thing I really liked about it is the fact that he's really struggling because he wants to be able to do everything and he can't, because he's been given this protocol inside his suit where he can't do everything. He takes out the tracker chip, he changes the protocol so he can do everything with the suit. Then it's him learning to get to grips with all these suit and web combinations and different things the suit can do, and it's brilliantly done as well. He's trying to catch Vulture and all of his guys, and Shocker is in it as well, and his basic gist is to try and stop them to prove himself to Stark, and it just works really well through the film, and just everything about it just is brilliant. Ferry scene, really good action set piece. He shows that he can't do what he wants to do, and then Stark takes the suit away from him after that because he can't be trusted with it. That was a really good character moment between the two of them. It's a very father-son type thing. He's basically just saying, you need to be better than me. If you're not good without the suit, then you shouldn't have it. And it's trying to give him that kind of kick in the nuts that he needs to show that he can be more than just him in the suit. Yeah, so after that he gets Homecoming. Like, this is the twist that I thought was really, really good. He gets the date with Liz, this girl he's been lusting after, for Homecoming, the big party that they have in high school in America. And he goes to pick her up, and her dad is the Vulture. It is him, and you're like, oh my god. It just adds an extra layer to it. And following on from that, the car scene, the drive on the way there to Homecoming, they're all talking, the three of them and everything, and slowly but surely Vulture realises that Peter is Spider-Man, and just the way they did that scene was brilliant. It doesn't make it too obvious, it's just these subtle little words from Liz or Peter or anything like that, and slowly but surely you see him in his eye, he goes, you're Spider-Man. He figures it out, and it's just really, really well done. Good script writing. Peter has to leave Liz at the Homecoming, which is really sucky, to go and stop her dad, stop Vulture, and for the final time. And the final fight as well, with it, literally you find out the Vulture's getting all of this new weapons tech from the Avengers Tower, because they're moving up, this is great, they're moving the Avengers Tower, taking everything out of there and moving it upstate, to which we know will eventually become the Avenger Mansion, which we see at the end of the film, which is absolutely awesome. But he's trying to get hold of all the Avenger tech, and the great thing is that Happy runs up a couple of things, like new art reactor stuff, there's new stuff for Cap Shield, this belt thing for Thor. I'm really looking forward to this, kind of sowing the seeds. Oh my god, what kind of stuff are we going to see in Infinity War? That was really well done. So yeah, he takes off to get that Vulture to attack the plane and take the stuff, and Spider-Man has to stop him. He gets his old suit back on, and you know, he does it, they crash, they have a fight, and then he goes to save Vulture because some of the Chitauri weaponry is about to explode and kill him. And he does, he saves him, he arrests him, he saves the day, and Vulture goes to prison, and you have a really nice scene of Peter and Happy in the toilet. It's been a funny thing with the kid washing his hands. That was brilliant. But you have that moment of Happy and Stark basically saying, you did it, you proved yourself, and it was really, really good. I enjoyed these character building moments, because you want Peter to succeed, you want him to be a full-fledged Avenger and to prove himself, and when he finally does it, it's brilliant. This Michelle girl as well that's been through the film the entire time, is kind of goofy, character with no friends. You find out at the end she's MJ. I'm kind of like that with it, to be honest. I'm not too sure which way it's going to go. It's weird not having her as the popular girl, but I'm still intrigued to see what they do with it, because they made Flash Thompson in this, and he's kind of this Indian kid. He's not a big buff jock guy, and a lot of people have backlash to that, but I think he worked quite well. He's there for a purpose, to bully Peter and annoy Peter, and he did his job there. When he gets to the Avenger Mansion, oh my god, it looks awesome, and then you get to see a brand new Spider-Man suit that Stark is offering to him to talk to the press and become his brand new Avenger, and then Peter goes, no, you know what, I'm alright, I'll stay as the friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. It's brilliant, and that new suit looks cool. I really hope we get to see that in action at some point. But it was a really nice little moment, and you come back and he's got a bag with the other Spider-Man suit on his bed from Stark. He puts it on, and then just as he's putting the mask on, the camera pans around and there's May, and she goes, what the f, and then it cuts to the directing and the credits and everything. It was a brilliant way to finish, I think, because all the other Spider-Man films, as far as I know, all the other Spider-Man films, apart from one maybe, it's had him swinging through the town and through the city and everything, and finishing off like that, big, big wide shot. So to finish this kind of stuff off like that was really, really quite different and interesting, and it was classic Spider-Man. The end credit scenes, there's two. The first one is Vulture in prison talking to someone else. Not too sure who he is. I thought maybe he might be Norman Osborn, but I can't be sure of that really. And he's trying to basically get a name out of Vulture about who Spider-Man is, and Vulture doesn't give it. He lies, which I quite like. And I also quite like the fact they didn't kill Vulture. They kept him alive and had that lovely little end credit scene, and we've got potential with him in the future. I like that. I like having a villain that's been kept alive, so we've got potential to use him. That I'm looking forward to. Sinister Six in the future, maybe. I hope so. The final end credit scene is such a big middle finger, but we loved it anyway. You know what I mean? It's literally just Marvel taking a dump on us, but we still find it brilliant. And it was hilarious. In the rest of the film, and you've seen the trailers, you see Cap on the TV doing these little video things for the high school students. And they do that again as the end credit scene. He comes on and talks about it's all about patience and how you have to wait around for something so disappointing, and you just realising there is no end credit scene. It's just him talking to us about us absolute mugs just sitting there waiting for an end credit scene, and then he just turns to the person opposite and goes, "How many more of these?" And then that's it. It's over. And it says Spider-Man will return. It was a hilarious end credit scene. It worked brilliantly. Am I gutted that we didn't get an Infinity War build-up or Thor Ragnarok build-up? Of course. But I still think it was hilarious. Overall, guys, Spider-Man Homecoming is an amazing film. Marvel just know what they're doing. They brought Spider-Man back from the dead. He's an absolutely amazing character. I've always loved Spider-Man. They've done it really, really well. They've pushed him into this universe and teased it, other things brilliantly. The character building was absolutely incredible. Tom Holland is Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I don't care anyone thinks. It's an incredible film. It's really hard to fault this, to be honest. Maybe a couple of niggling here and there, but there's such minor things. And I have no doubt whatsoever that it's one of the best Marvel films they've got out there, and it's absolutely 100% fair to give it 4 stars. So that's my spoiler review for Spider-Man Homecoming. What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments or send me an email. You can also find me in the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and moviepilot.com. Just type in Nerd Bites anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. And of course, keep it nerdy.